been doing a bit of the clearing yesterday, and I didn't get as far as I'd like, but I'm going to carry it on today. So today I'm going to get marked out for where the screws are going to go in the ground, get those drilled in, get the ground sheet down, but before I do all that, I want to finish off the levelling. So I've got most of the area cut out now that I'm going to actually build upon. There's a bit over the back. I'm going to get that finished off, cleared out, make sure it's roughly level. It doesn't have to be perfect because the screws are going to go through it anyway, right into the clay. So they're going to be where I need it to be actually flat and level. But I want it to be just so underneath. So when I'm working around it, there's nothing going to be touching underneath, because that's the worst thing. If I put the wood on top of these stanchions, have a bit of clearance beneath the studio itself, it'll allow airflow, should help keep the timbers a bit dry. So that's what I'm going to do now, level it all out, get marked out, and then start drilling some holes. For the last few weeds in this area, I'm using this bad boy. This is a Korean hoe, and there's a guy who sits in Korea, and he gets these springs off buses, and he hammers them out at a forge and makes these hoes. It's a hand thing, and it's great for getting at rocks, weeds, and digging into areas. I use this so much. It's kind of like my favourite sort of go-to tool. Just digs up in no time flat. Okie, so that's that. Roughly levelled, and it is roughly levelled because I can still feel there's a bit of an incline there, a bit of a depression here. But on the whole, it's sort of roughly levelled out. And that's all that's needed at the moment, because what I'm going to be doing is sticking these bloody corkscrews in. Bloody corkscrews? Big screws. I want to work out what the spacing needs to be for the number that I've got. I want to try and see if I can make this room 3 metres by 4 metres. So that's 4 metres from the wall and 3 metres across. Well, 4 metres goes right up to the path. That's a bit further than I thought. That's all right though. So let's have a look at this width then. What have we got width-wise? Roughly edge of the garage. And we're out to 290 to the edge of the garage. Or bang on 112 inches. Obviously this was built back in the day, 1930s, and would have been imperial. So, what is 112 foot? 9 foot, 1, 2, 3, 9 foot 4. Weird measurement. I guess that's something to do with the cars back then. But anyway, I digress. So we're going to go for 3 metres, 3 metres across, 4 metres that way. The boards that we're using, these ones, I think we've got plenty of length in them to be able to cover the 4 metres. And then 4 metres, how long does that take us to? So these boards have got enough length in them. It's 20 by 4. It's quite a solid piece, but it really needs to be about 600 centres for the weight that it's going to be carrying in there. Let's go and have a quick count up of the boards we've got, and then we might need to rethink if we haven't got enough, but let's go and check and see. So we've got 4 of the 421 lengths. I need one more, just how frustrating, one more board, because I'm going to need 5 based upon 3 metres or 3,000 millimetres. The 600 centres gives 6 5s, so I need 5 boards. Future Rich here, and for those of you who have done this before, which obviously I haven't, you'll spot a bit of an error there. You can't just divide the number of centres by the distance that you're going and get the right number of boards, because you've got outside boards So you've got a 0 start position. Then you get your 5 boards, so that's 6 boards in total. Then you've got to have the strengtheners for the outside walls as well, so that's 7, 8. And then you've got the front and the back as well. Now I've only got a front, so I need a couple of boards for that. So now I'm up to 10 boards, all right? So this calculation was a little bit off. Anyway, back to the action. Right then, so first pilot hole, I've actually already drilled it down. I'll show you what I did. I've got this massive masonry drill bit, and I've basically plonked it into the hole, checked my levels using 2 sides with the drill bit, and then just chased it down, and then every so often recheck it, make sure it's still on the level. And then go again. The first one, and that's dead in line with the wall of the garage. So hopefully in here should be the kit that I need to be able to screw them into the ground. And I'll show you what these screws are like actually. I've been talking about them a lot and you haven't actually seen them yet. There we go. 1 ground screw. The idea is twist that into the ground, I can set it at whatever level I need, and then on the top I can bolt my plate and bolt my beam in any particular angle I want, keeping everything nice and clear from the ground. Pretty cool, huh? I'm hoping I won't have to do anything like tighten them up fully. I'll just be able to leave them sort of finger tight. But I don't know, it's all a bit of experimentation. Never done this before, so yeah, we'll learn together. Round number 3. It's taken a lot longer than I had anticipated. So what I've resorted to is I've found Dad's old steel crowbar and having to use that instead, because the one that came with the pack, I've ended up, you see that, I've ended up bending it, using it. It's yeah, bent. So I had to go for a more heavy duty job with a bit more leverage. Now what I have found, oh god, is as well as it being ridiculously difficult to get into the ground, which does mean in the future it will not go anywhere, but what also means, what I've also found is that there's a way to be able to check the level. I tell you what, I'm knackered. But look, come and have a look at this. With a level set on the top, what I can do is that I can now work out whether or not I need to pull the bar at the far end, which will tip it slightly this way. By moving the bar through, I can do it the other way and tip it this way instead. And then this bubble tells me if I need to just lean on that side, weight down, or lift it up slightly, or again, if I'm at this end, push down or push up. This is hard, man. This is really hard. It might have to be beer o'clock, because I'm getting a bit, it's a bit like my mouth like a Pharaoh's sock. Dry as. I just want to get this one down to the right level and then call it a day. I'm not that far off. In fact, I might give it a check, see how far. We've got to go. Oh man, I reckon one more rotation and that's going to be deep enough. That's looking good. Woo.